Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. It's time for our community corner today, Toying Around. It's at the heart of the cosplay and collector community in Johnstown, and the store just moved to a bigger location, gearing up for its grand reopening celebration in a couple of weeks. And with me now is the owner, Vincent McCallum, here to fill us in on all what's ahead and also give us an inside look at that community. Thanks for joining us, Vincent.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So we also have a big friend here that's been scaring everyone in the studio when they walk by. Tell us a little bit about what Toying Around means to you and the Johnstown community.
So I would say Toying Around to me is just a place for people to kind of, besides your big retail stores, it's a kind of personal space. People can be comic book collectors, they can be pop culture collectors, they can be nostalgic, and it's like a tourist destination in its sense. It's really brings people to our community because we're in a kind of a rural area. So we're like a tourist destination in a sense because people love to come and see all the pop culture and life-size props that we have in the store. And we have a lot of little niche-y items that you can't find at your big retail stores. So
I was taking a look at some of the pictures that you had online. You have a lot of product inside your store.
Yeah.
So what's a popular collection that you all sell? I know we're seeing some of those items here.
Sure. I would say the Pop Funkos. Everybody loves the bobblehead, the Funkos. People come looking for those, and comic books are a very big hit. But again, we have a lot of those little niche things that you're not going to find at other stores that people tend to come and take the drive for to find. And I mean, usually we get people that have come 2 to 3 hours to buy and sell us collections because we're the only store that buys collectibles. So people will travel to sell their collections to us because we can offer the most, and we are very honest with what our prices are on what we can buy it versus what we sell it for.
You also do a huge block party.
Yeah, so that started out as just a celebration of our store being open. We were saying, okay, we're open for 3 years. Come check us out. Come celebrate with us. And the store got so full that we hit the capacity of how many people we could have in. So I said to my wife, I don't know what to do next year. And she says, oh, we should close down a block and, see how that goes. It rained all day. And I said, there's no way I'm going to do that again. There's no way. And everybody came up to me and was like, we had such a great time. It was so fun. We had cosplayers walking around. We had vendors and a few food trucks. And now after 6 years, it's grown into its own thing. It's the Toying Around block party now. And it's 4 blocks, at least 20 food trucks, over 100 vendors, bands playing in 2 different spots all day. Sometimes we do an artist. We had Susie from Stranger Things come in one year and do a signing. We've had wrestlers come in and do signings. So it's turned into its own destination as well. Besides the store, people come for the block party. We've heard people all over areas that know it pretty well at this point.
And you have a new party coming up. That's in a couple of weeks. What are you going to offer there at this grand reopening? So
we tend to keep the grand openings a little light because they get pretty crazy. When we moved to our location that we're moving from now, it was actually pretty packed for that too. So we'll have a few artists, present doing prints and sketches and things like that. We're going to have a food truck out front so people can get, food. We're going to have lots of new consignment vendors that we're trying out because we have such a big open space that we can try things out like that. We're going to have a face paint artist for kids to get face paint, and we're going to have lots of cosplayers for our grand opening that are going to be there for the ribbon cutting.
So fun, and you can see the cosplayers really get involved. For someone at home who doesn't know, what is cosplay and why are people so into it, especially right now? It's popular.
I would say cosplay is a good branch of how you feel on Halloween. When you get to dress up for Halloween and just be somebody else for just a little bit and engage into that character, engulf yourself into that character, it's really fun. And I personally have done it. I've been a stormtrooper, I've been a Power Ranger, I've been a Ninja Turtle, I've done a lot of costumes. I've been a Freddy Krueger. But it's really fun just to be that character and see somebody's reaction when you're, again, just bringing Iron Man in the studio. The joy to see something so close to that vision or that fantasy that you love so much, I think that's what cosplay is really about.
We all turned into kids this morning when we saw this Iron Man, by the way. I mean, even one of our anchors, Ryan Peterson, he put him up by the sliding glass door, and as everyone was passing by, they were, getting startled, but really just laughing and having a great time. So you're bringing a lot of smiles, that's for sure. Before we go, I have to ask, What is this belt and what does it represent? Where did it come from?
So this belt is for the kids. We have a
I'm gonna bring it. Can I touch it?
It's pretty heavy. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, should I try? Wait a second.
You got to throw it over the shoulder
here.
though if you're gonna put it on.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's very.
Here we go, folks.
So we made that for the kids who love the wrestling community. We get a huge wrestling following, and we made that. And I told my wife, I go, if anything ever happens to me, make sure you bury me with that belt. But
All
yeah,
right,
it's for
in the
kids
grave
to wear.
with Vincent.
Yeah, it's for the kids to wear and take pictures. We have this action figure box that you can take selfies in and become an action figure. And a lot of kids like holding the belt and pretending they're a wrestler inside a toy box. So it's really fun, you know.
Vincent, thank you so much for coming. Right before we go to break, tell us where and when for that block party.
So the block party is June 28th. It's on a Saturday. It goes from 10 to 6 p.m. It's on Main Street in Johnstown. The grand opening is February 1st.
Great.
38 West Main Street in Johnstown from 10 to 6 p.m. The ribbon cutting will be at 10 a.m. with all the cosplayers that'll be there afterwards to take photos with all the kids.
Amazing. Vincent, thank you so much for coming and bringing your big red friend here, Iron Man. We're going to be right back with more news, everyone. This is heavy.
You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.